Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some more camping. I'm going to head up to Tennessee. I'm going to get on some Forestry Service roads, trying to find a nice primitive campsite up there, and you know, just hang out and relax for the night. And since it's Christmas this week, I thought I'd do a special meal. I'm going to try to cook a restaurant style pizza. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I guess if it's a complete fail, I'll just cook up a backpacking meal or something. But yeah, let's do it. We're going to go hang out and relax. I'll see you guys out there. So I wanted to take a second to thank you guys for all the support on the first video that I posted. When I posted it, I was going to be happy if I got 100 views on it, but I think now we're getting close to like 40,000 views, and last week we hit 1,000 subscribers, so I've been blown away, honestly, at your support. The comments, I've enjoyed reading through the comments, and you know, you guys is sharing your tips and experiences and stuff that you're doing, and yeah, it's honestly been great. I thank you guys so much. You know, I'm just really just learning at video editing, and I'm terrible at talking on camera, so I'm working on that. But yeah, I've got a lot of things planned. I know a lot of people were asking about, you know, the gear setup that I use and want to know more in depth on the truck setup. I think after the holidays, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on that. I'm going to do kind of like a full truck walk around and kind of deep dive on the gear, so just be on the lookout for that. But yeah, got a lot of videos coming up, so stay tuned. Since I'm on kind of a slope, I'm gonna have to chalk the tires up a little bit. get it leveled out so I'm not sleeping upside down. Here. These are a set of ramps that I just got off of Amazon. I know a couple people are asking about that. They're Beach Lane, I think is the brand. Yeah, but they've worked pretty good. I've used them for a couple years now, and they haven't had any issues with them. So I found a really nice spot on the side of the Forest Service Road. About to start unloading stuff and set up camp. This site that I found doesn't have a fire pit or a designated place for a fire, so I might not set up a fire tonight. It looks like there was a couple of fire pits that the Forestry Service took apart, so I'm not really sure if they're just not wanting fires in the area right now at the site or what, but I've got the diesel heater, so it'll keep me nice and warm. It's supposed to only be like, I think the low is like 37 tonight, so it shouldn't be bad in the truck with a diesel heater. It's beautiful out here. About to finish unloading everything. Gonna get out the stove, set it up, and cook up a pizza. Once I get set up, I like to run the fridge off of the truck's outlet when I'm driving, but I'll show you guys my system for running the fridge and for running the diesel heater. I run two EcoFlow Delta 2s, and I usually keep them right here. I have the EcoFlow, this is their alternator charger, and it's just connected to the truck's alternator and keeps them charged up while I'm driving. It's really nice because when I'm running two, if one goes dead, I can always put one in the truck and have the other one powering whatever I'm needing to power while the other one's charging. So the make models, I think these are kind of their medium size banks. They have larger ones, but I like having two of the medium size so I can switch back and forth to which one's charging and which one's, you know, powering the stuff. And I'll just tuck that behind the fridge when I set the bed up, but it works really good. I'll show you over here how I run the Starlink Mini that I have set up. It's another EcoFlow. This is the, I think the River 2 Max. And I just got it with a USB-C powering the Starlink Mini, which I keep mounted in the sunroof. It's an Amazon mount that I got. I think it's made by Spigen. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, it works really good. And I mean, it doesn't take, I mean, There's not a lot of tree coverage at this campsite, but it works really good, even with a little bit of tree coverage, so yeah. So as I said today, we're gonna be cooking up a pizza out here. And is what I brought to cook it on is a solo stove pizza oven. And yeah, I know I cooked on the solo stove in the first video and now this video too. I'm not sponsored by Solo Stove, I swear. I just like their stuff, but yeah, we're gonna try it out here. Should turn out good. I've only made like 2 or 3 pizzas on it so far. I've had it a few months, but we're gonna see how we can do. All right, let's get these ingredients out. All right, so just getting the ingredients together. Tonight I brought just some pizza flour and some semolina. And that just kind of helps the pizza when you're putting it in the oven. It helps it from sticking to the wood or whatever surface you're using it on. It helps it not to stick. Some olive oil for the sauce, some tomato sauce for the sauce, some oregano and some Italian seasoning. Usually when I'm doing it at home, I'll do the Italian like whole tomatoes and I'll put it in a blender with some seasoning. But since we're out here, I just got the regular tomato sauce to do it. And for the pizza dough, I know this might be a cheat, but I stopped and got some pizza dough from a local bakery that we go to. It's kind of expanded a little bit here, but it'll work. Oh, I also brought some fresh basil from the house, from my garden. And I think that's about it. But yeah, for the pizza dough, like I said, I got some pizza dough from a bakery that that's kind of local. We get stuff from, but you can make your own at home. It's super easy if you want it to be, but you can make some like 3-day fermented pizza dough. But you can also get this at like pre-made pizza dough at like Publix, Whole Foods. There's a lot of grocery stores that if you go up to the front where the bakery is and like the front section, you can ask them and they'll have some pizza dough that you can buy. That just makes it a little bit easier. If we're gonna get this out and get it started. All right, let's see. First off, I guess we'll go ahead and make the sauce. Get that out of the way. A little trash can started over here. All right. So for the sauce, we're just gonna do like something super simple. We're just gonna add a little olive oil to the sauce. Also gonna add some salt. That should be enough. And then, let's see, I'm gonna do the oregano and then some Italian seasoning. And I know there's a lot of people that's super big into like homemade pizza making, so if I'm doing it terrible, you can just roast me in the comments or something. Like I said, I've only made 2 or 3 pizzas on this thing, so I'm not a pizza hobbyist by no means. Back when I first got the pizza stove, I was I was looking up different pizza sauces, like to make homemade sauce, and believe it or not, a lot of the tutorials from like pizza chefs that work in like restaurants, they just do like the most simplest sauce. It's like just tomato sauce, some olive oil, some herbs and seasonings, and that's it. Nothing crazy. All right. So I got this mixed up a little bit. Set that over here. And then I got some low moisture mozzarella. It's really important to get low moisture. It doesn't melt. It doesn't melt right if you get the standard. If you get the regular mozzarella, like you do, like put on like salad or something, this doesn't work as well. So I always try to get the low moisture. It's hard to find though. Like a lot of you know, some grocery stores don't carry it, but just gonna do some little chunks out of this. Try not to cut my finger off like I did on the first video. I'm just gonna do some rough chunks. All right, now for the pizza dough. A little bit of flour, kind of set it down in before we put it on the wood here so it doesn't stick when we do it. But that's once we kind of get it in a ball or in a certain shape. But since this Solo Stove is only 12, it really only holds like a 12-inch pizza because it's the smaller oven. I'm gonna have to try to take a little bit of this pizza dough out because we don't really need this whole thing. Okay. Another thing that might be kind of complicated with this is you're supposed to let the dough kind of come to room temperature for a little while, for maybe like 20 minutes before you start making your pizza. But since it's so cold out here, I didn't have a way to kind of bring it up. I think it's probably in the 40s out here, but all right, I just want to set it down in the flour. Take some of the semolina. I'm gonna kind of use a little bit because it's really if you're familiar with Tennessee, North Georgia, it's really humid out here, so there's a lot of moisture in the air. I don't want to have it stick really bad to the wood over here. All right. I'm gonna try to get it into a circle. It's gonna be the dehydrated backpacking malt, that's for sure. Honestly, I think that's about right. I'm gonna move a little bit of this excess semolina off. All right. Now it's ready. Get some sauce on here. Don't like to do a whole lot. Just make a nice thin layer on there. I like to be able to see a little bit of the pizza dough through it. I like to have a little bit of gaps so doesn't get too runny when you make it. This is kind of like a Neapolitan style pizza that we're doing. All right, that should be good. All right, let's see. All right, so now I'm gonna take some fresh basil. I got these from our garden this morning.
That should be good probably. Also what I like to do is put a little bit of olive oil on the basil leaves. And that kind of, I think it kind of helps it from the leaves, the basil burning when it's in the stove, when it's really hot. Smells good. All right. I'm gonna let the stove heat up for a second. I think it should be good. Then we're gonna put it on. Just finished up packing up the oven, and it got dark super quick. So I'm gonna try to cut this guy up and get ready to get in the truck and get the diesel heater on. It's really dropped in temperature the past 30 minutes. It's getting chilly out here. See if I can do this in one hand. It's really good. It's definitely a little cold now because it's so cold outside, but definitely good. So I'm fixing to finish eating this pizza, get the diesel heater set up, and start warming the truck up because it is getting cold out here. Ever since it got dark, the temperature just fell so fast, and it is cold now. So I'm gonna get all this trash picked up and get in the truck where it's warm. Okay, so I finally got everything packed up and put away outside. It's starting to get warmed up. It's about 33 outside, which is not terrible, but it's definitely not warm. But it's sitting at close to 60 in here, which is good because it's only been heating up for probably 7 minutes or so. I was going to show you guys how I run the diesel heater inside the SmartCap. The SmartCap that I have has the solid windows, so that doesn't have glass or like sliding windows or anything. So it's how I came up with a solution to kind of do the diesel heater. Is I have this down blanket that I just attach with magnets over the window. I'll leave it cracked about 5 inches, just big enough to get the hose through, and then yeah, it's just cracked, and then this down blanket blocks the crack, so any draft or anything can't come in. And one thing that I like about this actually is at nighttime, if it gets hot, because if you have a diesel heater, you know these things put out so much heat, I can just I'll come over here, and when I'm sleeping, I'll just take some of it up and let some cool air in, and then put it back over when it gets hot, or if it gets cold. So yeah, I've been liking using this setup so far, but I might come up with something a little bit more permanent in the future that I can mount the diesel heater hose to. But as of now, it's working pretty good. Just about to get changed and get ready for bed. It's only 7 o'clock, so I got some time to kill. I'm probably gonna watch a movie or something. I brought my monitor set up. This is just a portable monitor I like to use. I got this magnetic arm mount that just connects to the back of it, and it just attaches to the SmartCap. So I'm gonna probably set that up and either watch a movie, or I brought my Steam Deck, so I might play a couple games or something. But just gonna relax and enjoy the heat in here. Also, super upset. I was gonna stop and I was gonna bring ice cream again, but I completely forgot it. That was a huge fail. But I do have a pastry for in the morning that I got at the bakery where I got the dough for the pizzas. So I'm gonna try not to eat it tonight. Save it for tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see.
And 4 right tightens 40. 3 left long into 4 right long, don't cut.
Good morning, guys. Just woke up not too long ago. Slept Gary in the truck last night. It was, I think it got down to around 29. It was nice and warm in here. It was, I think the diesel heater kept it around 65 or so. Just about to make some coffee and start getting everything packed up to head out. Got about an hour and a half drive back home, so gonna get the day started. So yeah, in my last video, a lot of you guys said that you like to use a French press. And I've been wanting to try out a French press while here camping, so I stopped at REI on the way up here. They actually have all their Yeti stuff 20% off right now, so I thought that would be a good time to try out the Yeti French press. It's pretty nice. I got the larger one. The smaller one might work, but since I'm usually making it for several people, this one might be a little bit better. It's all ceramic on the inside, which is nice. Supposedly the Yeti, one thing that's different about the Yeti, it has this rubber gasket around the top that's supposedly supposed to keep the coffee flavor once you make the coffee from being bitter. If it sits for a while, it doesn't just sit there and steep in the coffee grounds the whole time. It kind of keeps a barrier between it. So yeah, we're gonna try that out and see how that goes. Yeah, it was pretty quiet last night, except for like 4 o'clock in the morning when a truck drove by like twice. It woke me up. But other than that, It was a super quiet night, relaxing. Just played a couple games and watched a movie. I was going to do this outside, but figured I'd do it in the truck since it's chilly out there still warming up. I was staying here where it's warm. It's still like 68 degrees in here, so. These grounds dumped in there. Alright, so I've let it sit for a few minutes. It's time to let's test it out, see how it is. Definitely gonna have to let that cool off for a second, because one good thing about this the Yeti French press is since it's like a double wall insulated, it should keep it hot for a long time. But on the downside, it's you have to wait a little bit before you can drink it. You can't drink it right away. But I had good restraint last night and I didn't eat this pastry. Yeah, I got this from this little bakery called Highline Bakery. I don't know if you can make that out, but it's in Dalton, Georgia, and it's such a cool little spot. They have all kinds of stuff. We try to go there like once a week. It's actually kind of a problem, but yeah, I just got this, like, they make these blueberry pastries that are absolutely amazing. Super dangerous. But yeah, I'm about to have a little breakfast here and gonna get everything packed up and get ready to head out. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good Christmas and Happy New Year. Gonna have some more videos coming probably after the 1st, but yeah, got a lot of things planned. I'll see you guys soon.